Welcome back to the program. Today we're going to be going over one very important project that I've been working on, but as you can see in the background, disasters happened. Like, just the worst of the worst of the worst thing happened. I guess my math was wrong, or I really don't know what was wrong, because it all should have made sense. Their eye height is a value that blocks can be that they cannot break, and I was certain that their eye height, their max eye height, the value would be there, but no, they grew way bigger. I don't know if that's a new addition, or maybe I just got the math wrong, I'm not sure, but the Brachiosaurs broke free. Now, they didn't just break free of this. The second that they broke free, they started running. Like, I've never seen creatures like that run before. They came over here. This land was entirely flattened. Now, you know what was here. My last woolly mammoth, he got squished to death by a creature even bigger than he. The Brachiosaur then came through here, knocked out. Look at this entire place. It's just gone now. Killed a lot of trees. So, my Tyrannosaurus, he's dead. I mean, it's just disaster. The Tyrannosaurus, man, did he ever make a mess. If I were to rebuild this pen, I'd make it a lot bigger, and the floor would have to be iron as well. That's something I never considered. But every single step that he took, he would break the ground below him, so that's not good. Another thing that I found out is that the reason why he kept sitting in this corner is because he could not move. Despite it being big enough for him to walk around, lengthwise, this way to this way, it has to be bigger this way to this way. It was just too small, and like, for example, I ran in here and I hit him, and he went into a position where he looked like he was about to attack me, but because that place was so small, he just couldn't. And he'd hit the wall and stand up and be stuck again. So, that guy's gone, the Brachiosaurs are gone, the Mammoth's gone. What a disaster, isn't it? I can't keep any of you alive. I feel sorry for you guys. Man, you're probably gonna die. Nice knowing ya. Oh, but look at who's up here. Zoom. My Pterodactyl has grown quite a bit. And let's just go run over and see. Come on. Jump. He likes sitting way up here. It looks like they have AI that makes them want to climb. The last time I did this, I got severely damaged by fall damage. But I'm going to try one more time. Here goes nothing. Whee! Oh my god. How do you fly these guys? Whoa! I can't see. I'm drowning. Now we're just skipping across the water. The problem is that these guys seem to like want to glide instead of fly. So basically they just fall. And now I'm stuck. He's stuck. There's a way to get out of this. I have to kind of turn around. I gotta bounce. Come on, bounce. Yes. Ouch. Oh god. Get off him. Get off me. Oh god. Okay, you're on your own. Oh man, I feel bad. Okay. Jeez, how do I get him out of here now? I'll fly towards the wheat field. Fly? What am I doing? He's a sea-doo. Hovercraft or something. Okay. Stop it. No. Ouch. Crap. From one body of water to a much bigger body of water. Okay, I gotta get him to that land over there. Whoops, I'm punching. Come on, come on. This isn't what I wanted to show people. Gotta hurry. Get back to land. Okay, what? Ouch! Ouch. See, he wants to do this jumping thing and he, ouch, just kills you. Stop it. Yeah. So there he is. He'll sit up here and he'll stay up here. He's good like that. But man, I don't know how to fly with him. I'll get to that. Don't worry, I'll show you. That's actually the reason why I'm making this video. But while I'm going to make you a video, I might as well show you what else I've been working on. Down in here, you know that I have that slime chunk and other things. So I've improved it a little bit. I'm not done. I'm not done by a long shot. But I decided that I was going to dig out this level instead. This is level 40 we're on, 40.6 to be perfectly exact. And this is the maximum height level that a slime will spawn on. So people like Ethos Labs says and Doc M, you know, the more popular redstone and contraption guys. So I'm not going to argue with them. I'm not even going to attempt to build it any higher. 40 is the level. And obviously they're spawning here, so that's good. I got those 10 slime balls that I needed for the contraption I'm working on right away. And even now I just got 5, so that's pretty good. As for the old slime chunk, I am slowly but surely, and this is something I have to do, filling all of this in. As you know, this was a huge room. It's actually filled in up to here now, just filled in completely. And I'm going to continue filling it all in, all the way up to about here is where the slime chunk ends. And once I do that, that'll be good. This will work way more efficiently. And then I'm going to actually have a water channel that runs all along them, taking the slimes to a drowning trap, and so on. More to that later. But while I was clearing this place out, I kept hearing mobs, so I dug down. What did we find? Ta-da! We found a mine shaft right under my house, and a ravine. Now, as you can see, I have not explored it at all. Not even slightly. But what I did find right here is a cave spider spawner, which is definitely not lit up very well. I mean, it's disabled with one torch, but cave spiders seem to spawn in even the smallest places that have darkness. So, more torches. So I haven't explored it. Maybe there's more that way. I don't know yet. Oh my god. You just scared me so bad. I thought a cave spider was coming at me. Why is a cave spider scary? Because this is hard mode, and they kill you. Okay, that's how I die usually, is cave spiders. So that's interesting. I can make something out of that. So then I'll have my 2 mob grinders like right beside each other. That's really cool. Cave spider spawner and the slime drowner. So that's very nice. Very, very nice. Now to show you what I'm working on. Oh, I just heard a spider. That's not what I want to hear. It's nighttime, that would be why. This is something that I'm working on to save those plesiosaurs, and I did talk about it in my other video, and I did show you that I dug out the area for it. So if you've seen that video, you'd probably know what I'm up to. But if not, let's go take a look. And this is going to involve lots of editing, lots of cuts, because I'm not going to record myself building the entire thing by hand. But I don't have what's that editing program? MBT edit, or I don't know what people call it. I don't have World Edit or any of those other mods. So I'm just building it block by block, piece by piece. This is what it looks like so far. It's about, how high is this? 4 high, 5 high, 1, 2, 3, 4, including those pieces, 5, including that. And it actually goes down maybe 1, 2, 3 blocks. So this is it so far. Nothing works in it yet. But this is the main part of the duplication function. Is that the right terminology? This is the duplication section of it with the sticky pistons. And this is where I think you would be placing the sand, is along there and along here. But yeah, I'm building this by hand. It should be done shortly, and I'm gonna periodically be cutting in and showing you my progress. This is my progress so far. I'm using black wool, but I am running low, so I'm gonna have to switch soon to maybe blue wool, which I've used here, and go from there. So I'll leave you with that and cut back soon. Okay, and just to give you an update of where we are so far, I've placed all of the pistons necessary to have this thing work, and most of the redstone as well. Well, that's not true. I haven't built the pulse generator that's supposed to go right about here, but I have placed down all the pistons and all the redstone to run the pistons. So this is how it's looking so far. Am I following any kind of a color scheme? No, not really. I'm just trying to use up the wool that I have in my inventory, and so far so good. Now, obviously, this is going to be a huge eyesore if I just leave it with blue and black wool. So I definitely will be covering it up with something else. I don't know what yet, but something else. And in just looking at it as it is, I mean, I built this giant portion for the pulse generator and whatnot, but it looks like I might have gone even further than I needed to. So I might actually build this back up with some dirt too. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how this is going to look, but you'll be able to see it with me anyway. Okay, another cut, and I'll show you my progress when I've done a little bit more. Thanks for watching. Oh. Help! I'm kind of stuck. Get me out! Okay, now we have the beginnings of the pulse generator that will... Whoop! You know, do you have any idea how many times I've fallen off of this stupid thing? But yeah, we have the beginnings of the pulse generator that will actually control the duplication, well, this whole system. It'll basically control the duplication of the sand, and this is where blocks will get destroyed. I have torches on top of below an air block, and then a cactus underneath them. So this is basically the starting of the pulse generator, and I will show you when it's finished what it'll look like. Come on, get up. Jeez. Okay, so the pulse generator is basically done. It's just basically a powered repeater, and if I were to place a block here, this sand block, it actually activates. I don't know if I'll be able to show you all of them, but it does activate those pistons back there, and then the remaining blocks are crushed on the torch. So that's basically the pulse generator. And now the step you'd want to take is to automate the process. So you would go like this. Give me that back. Give me that back. Thank you. Like that, like that. Something like this. And I think a block there. Yep, like that. Do I have enough sand? I don't! You see, before I started making this project, I actually gathered a whole bunch of sand. I gathered all the materials that I needed. But I used up the sand in different places and... Oops, forgot to get it again. So there's a bit of sand. I don't need very much right now. 13 is way more than I need. I just want to show you part of the automation, but obviously not the whole process, because that would be boring. And I apologize ahead of time. Well, this isn't really ahead of time. Okay, I understand. It's well into the game, but I apologize for this not revolving entirely around the dinosaurs this time. They're watching on. Actually, hey! Does anybody show some interest here? Come on. But yeah, this kind of goes back to what I was saying about the other things where I enjoy doing other things other than just the dinosaurs. I like redstone and that kind of stuff. So I mean, I like showing that too. It's very difficult to decide what I'm gonna show and what I'm gonna cut out. Um, I figured a project as big as this one. Uh-oh, I kind of cut out my way of getting across there. I'll have to maybe build a dirt stairway. But I always find that I'm cutting out lots of stuff. This was a project big enough where I wanted to really leave it in and kind of show you guys the whole inner workings of it first. And I might do this same thing when I do my day-night sensor as well. Obviously, this isn't a tutorial, but you can at least see the inner workings getting built, so it's kind of interesting, right? I hope so. Stay tuned for a little bit more. Okay, a little bit closer to being finished here. The pulse generator is done, and it is now automated by this loop here. And to test that it's working, I can put a lever here, and it should duplicate the sand. Oop, get rid of that nauseating block, messing up my show. Okay, to test that this works, let's just flip the switch. Okay, so it duplicated the sand, you can see. But of course, we'd have to make it, we'd actually have to add a couple more blocks of sand, actually. Oops! How did that get broken down there? I don't know. But you can see that it did duplicate all the sand that I had placed down here. I had placed one row, and now I've got 2 rows on each. So the duplicator is working. Great! Okay, so what we have here is a simple clock. Now, you'd think that I'd have some kind of a, how does that work? How do you make a lever? See, it never makes sense to me. It looks like the gray part on top is the cobblestone and the stick underneath, but it's cobble, then stick on top that crafts it. That's what always confuses me. Anyway, this is a simple clock that will kind of automate the process of me flipping this switch. So this switch can actually take a height. And you can see that this wall of sand has been growing exponentially. When I flip this, it should automate the process. Should. What am I forgetting here? This isn't powered, that's what. I shouldn't have removed that lever that I removed and is now who knows where. Darn! Okay, well, we'll do the simple way of activating any kind of block, and that is by falling off. Not by falling off. By jumping down and finding the lever. That's how we'll do it. On. Okay. Slowly but surely, we're making it. Okay. I gotta jump down. How am I gonna get up there now? Jeez. Jeez. This is tall, isn't it? Okay. Will this work? What am I doing? I don't even know. Nope. Okay, well, whatever. This is the clock. It does work. I just screwed it up somehow. That's wrong. Now it's powered forever. Oh, brother. It'll work. Don't worry. Trust me. It'll work. What could it be? I've looked everywhere. Okay, these two go into... Oh! Well, that's not the right key either. This is what I was missing. Jeez. That makes much more sense. Okay, so I got the sand on top, and now pulse. There you go. Automatic sand generator. Yep. So basically the next step now would be to get the pusher working so that they fall to the middle and fall into these and break, and to kind of automate the, well, it is automated, but to move the switch over so that I can activate it down there. A little bit of an update. Yeah, okay. Man, hard to get up here. I have recently connected the, can you see it? Down here, repeaters like crazy, and redstone like crazy. It's crazy. The repeaters go all along where the trapdoors are, and they're just connected to the redstone randomly here. And then there's a repeater on full delay, and with that, it activates the trapdoors and the pushing mechanisms. I activated the pushing mechanisms by a repeater right there, and some redstone going to it. And if I'm correct, yeah, okay, this should work. Look at that fall. That pillar at the end is one that I made to get up. So ignore that one. Okay, but that seems to be working. Wow, is this ever lagging me out though. Okay, so now it's generating sand and crushing it all at once. Oh, man, that's loud, isn't it? But yeah, it crushes the sand on the trapdoors down there, constantly opening them up to fill the middle piece. And if we go down there, oh no, oh, well, it was bound to happen. Where am I? If we go down there, yeah, this is temporary. These floating blocks here, and you can actually physically see them lagging because of the amount of different particles. Look at this. Isn't this crazy? I've never seen... As soon as I picked them up, the lag immediately went away. Look at all the sand I have in my inventory now. And that's just from running it for a few seconds. I cannot get that sand sitting there, so it'll just have to despawn on its own. But my intention is to then connect this, which currently does nothing, so that I can control it instead of having to go to that switch way up there, which is really... Actually, you know what I'm going to probably end up doing? Which is the same as the server that I'm on right now, is they have it so that there's a pressure plate sitting right on top of here, and you just walk in, and it immediately starts going. You step back, and it stops. That's better than a switch, I think. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Okay, so the last step is to connect that part, and I've sort of started to build the scaffolding, or I don't know what you'd call these different extensions, but I've started to build it out. It's laying on the ground, so it's not color-coded. Not that any of this is actually color-coded. It's just kind of a random slew of black and blue. Okay, so we have our line, and it's coming to there. So the next step would be to sort of build a pillar of, where do I want it to go to? Right to there, I think. There? There. Let's build it to there. Okay, so like that, and a torch on top. And let's bring this out. Let's just throw redstone on the ground randomly. Like that. Okay, now we're going to have to kind of pillar at the same time. Place block, torch, pillar, place block, torch. Okay, it's off. And I think it should be on right now because that switch is on. So one more block. And are you kidding me? I ran out of torches. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Okay. Time to grab a torch. Do I have any in here? No. No. Man, oh man. You go the whole way with all the resources in the world. Then it comes down to the last, literally the last torch. Oops. Literally the last torch and you don't have it. Great. Perfect. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna grab a couple more torches just in case. Just like that. Not all of them though. 1, 2, 3. Redstone torches. Okay. Now, the cherry on top of the cake. The final piece to the puzzle. Or in and about that. I can now easily, safely jump across. Ooh, still scary. And this will power this, and that will go to that. Like that. Okay. So now if I dig down with a good shovel, and I clean it up just a little bit more. Whoops. Well, that can go or stay, it doesn't matter. That was me pillaring again. Get rid of you. Now this should work. And there you go. There you have it. A working, and of course the others. Ideally, these blocks would be ice instead of blue wool. And that might help push these remaining blocks over the edge here, rather than being stopped by this piece. But that's not really a big issue. I can always just get them. Well, I'll fix it. I'll make it a little bit more efficient so that these blocks don't just get stuck here, because they will lag if I let them sit there. So, in a nutshell, though. This is completed. Let's go take a closer look. Well, a further look, really, but a closer look at what the entire thing looks like. Oh, and things are going to spawn on there if I don't light it up. But here is the entire contraption in a nutshell. Man, it looks more complicated than it actually is. It's just a lot of... there's the pulse generator. There's a clock. And that's about it. I mean, the rest is just basically connecting the pistons together. So, looks more complicated than it is. My simple sand generator. And now that I've got just loads of sand, that's why I couldn't pick up the other sand, because I'm completely full. I'd have to get rid of, like, everything. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Now if I go all the way back... It's not stuck there at all. I just couldn't pick it up. That's how full of sand I was. So, really, really works well. Now that that's all done, I can kind of cover it, make it look pretty. Oh. What happened? The game crashed and... Oh, you're kidding me. It undid what I just did. It was done. It was finished. Come on, man. Give me a break. What a bummer. Oh, man. It undid quite a bit of that. Yeah. Can never win in life, it seems. And of course, I don't have any torches like I had before. So I'll fix that. Man, I was done. Crashing. Actually, the thing that makes my game crash the most is Optifine. All for this zooming feature, huh? Yeah, eventually they'll have to work on a patch to fix some of the issues, but Geez, that kind of sucks. But in a nutshell, that was it. I'll get it working again and be able to help you guys with your little problem with a lack of land. Hopefully, I'll build out the shore, and then I'll have enough glass to finish that. I mean, having a sand generator is very, very beneficial for many reasons. So I'm very excited to get it up and running and going. And we'll see you all next time. Hope you enjoyed my little redstone excursion here. A little bit of a stray away from the dinosaurs, but not much to talk about except the fact that they're all dead. Other than that, see you next time. Bye.